Today I'm going to show you how you wrap harnesses into a car that has a roll cage in it. I'll be using Status 5-point harnesses. I'll only show you how to wrap the top part around the harness bar. The bottom parts are easy, they just bolt right in, and let's get to it. So as you can see, I have my Status harnesses right here. So I have 4 leg harnesses here for passenger and driver, 4 shoulder harnesses, and then 2 of the 5-point and the latches. So this is for the, it goes in between the crotch, and then this is actually what latches together. It's a cam lock. So all you have to do to undo it is turn to the side, and it unlocks. These are FIA approved until 2019, so I have 3 years left. I can use these. Any kind of like racing event, any sort like that. Let's get to it. So first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this petty bar here. This petty bar is removable because of it. So you have a little Allen key here, Allen key there, an Allen key bolt up there, and then one on the bottom. And then also, as you can see, so I can get the camera down there, we have these hooks. This is how the petty bar mounts in. So you slide it in, and then you bolt it down. So it's extremely strong, it's rigid, it's gonna hold. So what I'm doing here is I'm loosening up these bolts here to remove the petty bar. Real easy to remove. It's 2 bolts on the bottom, so this one's out. Let's see if we can get this backside here without looking. Sweet. Now that they're all loose, I can try to pull these seats out. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it while recording, so I'll have to find a place to put my camera and film from there. So as you can see, removing it, I did scratch the paint on the roll cage. Not a big deal, like I said. All I'm gonna do is go over to the AutoZone before I pad this up. I'll paint over it with a little paint pen. So I'll paint over it white. Then all of this will be covered with padding, with the roll cage padding. So no big deal. It's just kind of a pain to look at right now. But the seats are out. The driver's side was a lot more difficult than the passenger side, mostly because of the e-brake. It kind of makes it a little more narrow. Plus, I have the steering column here, so it gets in the way. But after fighting through it, I got the seats out. Now I can start showing you how to wrap the harnesses. Last one. So we're gonna do, so now I have you up and close, I'll show you how you do it, all right? So take your shoulder strap. You're gonna have this like this, hold this parallel to the ground, all right? So this is gonna be your number 1 slot and your number 2 slot, all right? So you go first up through your number 1 slot, all right? Then down into your number 2 slot. Pull it. And while you're here, you wanna make sure you have the correct spacing for the harnesses, all right? You wanna make sure they're level. So right now I have these about a foot of slack, which is about correct. Any more else kind of tuning I can do with the bottom tightening strap, all right? Let's pull this tight until you get where you want on your, see this is too low, so I'm gonna raise this back up, all right? It's a little clearer. Hold it where it's about to be. All right, this is about good, all right? So you're gonna take your beginning of your strap, your excess, run it through, under the roll cage. All right, you're gonna go under and then you're gonna come above. Take this strap and go over your existing strap through your number 2 slot. This is tight as hell, so you gotta work with it. All right. Any slack here, you can work out later. All right. So it doesn't matter if this is too loose. You can tighten that slack up. All right. Then you're gonna go over your number 1 slot, your number 1 slot. This roll cage is there's so much fucking slack in this harness that it's always getting in the way. But luckily, this is my last strap to do. On the shoulders. All right, so now it goes over, it goes around the roll cage from the bottom, comes up through the number 2 slot, and then down through your number 1 slot, all right? And then what we're gonna do is take your excess, go back, and you gotta get it through right here, the number 2 slot, all right? All 4 harnesses are correctly wrapped. And now I can just go ahead and zip tie this excess here. So what I'll do is for this excess, I'll probably just wrap it around here, up, roll it, and then zip tie it there. So it would be secure, you know, and it'll be out of the way. So all 4 of these are done now. All right, these are the shoulder straps. I'll go ahead and show you how the lap belts are gonna go in. So, take one of these, and take a buckle. Cam lock status. Let's get a good picture of that. These status harnesses are fucking amazing. All right, I used to have a, so I wonder if these eye bolts are the same thread as my seatbelt bolts. So another great thing I just learned, so this is my existing seatbelt harness, all right, right here. Get to focus. Focus. There you go. All right, and it came with these washers. So what we're gonna do, there it is. I'm gonna take the original hardware that was on that, put on the new eye bolt that comes supplied, and then you're simply just gonna screw this in to the existing seatbelt mount. So I know it's kind of rough to look in here without the seat in, but I'm gonna do the passenger side and then I'll put the seats in and show you. My camera's at 11%, so hopefully I can get this all done before it dies. So we're now at the passenger side, and let's loosen these bolts up. Like I said, these are the bolts for the original seatbelts. Last year, when this car was running with the rebuilt 4AGE that I did, it was running Sparco harnesses, so these bolts are just there, just to cover the holes. There were the original seat belts, but like I said, I was running the harnesses, so I took all that out and just put the bolts back in. I forget, the harnesses, they were on here, and they wore the eye bolt. They wore eye bolts like before, but I sold those to a friend, Gabriel Nicolatian. He put them on his Subaru, so he's rocking those now, which is pretty neat. So we take our side, take the eye bolt off. All right, so you pull this little latch down. It's hard to do one-handedly. All right.
There. All right. Take your hardware. I'm gonna put the eye bolt back in. Put it in all the way.
Alright guys, I can't tell you how excited I am. These seats fit and look amazing in this car. Like I said, this is only a rough little, you know, mock-up of the seats. I still don't have the mounting brackets made, but this should be roughly where they sit. So they sit far back in the car. Alright, the seat's a little crooked. The harnesses look amazing. I do have to drill a hole and then back it up with a mounting plate, like a 4x4 steel plate underneath the car for the eye bolt to bolt into for the 5-point. But after I do that, these seats are going to be amazing. All right, like I said, next week I should have the mounting brackets made or bought. Like I said, I do know a place I can buy them from, but I don't know if I want to go there. It's some money I want to spend. It's some money I don't want to spend. Let's go take a look at the driver's side. Driver's side sits amazing. It's low in the car. It sits real far back. So I got these louvers, and it's funny, I actually owned these louvers before, and I traded them to the guy. I needed some other parts, so we kind of worked that whole trade deal. So I think trade value was about $250. So they gave the louvers to him. He gave me some side skirts and some other parts I need for my clutch on the old motor, the 4AGE. And he went up for sale with his louvers about last week, and I saw them and I had to have them. So I bought them back. They were a little more expensive than what I traded them in for, but it was a good deal. I'm not gonna be able to find those louvers again for sale in a while, so that's how rare they are. They're pretty rare. So I got them back. I'll have to go back to North Carolina sometime and pick them up, but they're waiting for me. You know, I know the guy, he's cool. If you want to check him out, it's MR2 Backyard Parts on Facebook. Backyard Parts MR2, I believe it is. Nope, correction. All right, it's Backyard MR2 Parts on Facebook, and you'll be able to find his page. If you have an MR2, he has the part you need, no matter what. Like, he has everything. Whenever I last went there, he had 4 or 5 MR2s just chilling out, and his whole warehouse is just stock full of fucking parts. So if you need parts, hit him up on Facebook. He's a good guy, good prices, you know, and he's local to me, so he's awesome. Now I have both sides done, both triangles on. Now all I gotta do is a radio, and what was the third thing I said? There was one more. Oh yeah, the brackets for the seats. So, last 2 things for the interior, and then the interior's done. Oh, and a steering wheel. I need a new steering wheel, but all those will be soon. Hopefully in the next, not next episode, but the episode after this, the vlog. Should have all that done, and then I can start working on the engine, getting the engine mounted, getting it wired. Once that's done, once it can run under its own power, I'll be probably driving the car back over to Asheville, North Carolina, my hometown, and a good friend of mine is gonna paint it. So I'm gonna do a wide body, get it painted, you know, some body work done on it first. Patch up all the holes, like I said. Those are done. Antenna's done. Still need these holes, patch them. Then it'll be sanding down the whole car, paint's real rough on it. So sand that on the whole car, then acquire new fenders, cut the old quarter panels and fenders for the fender flares that I'm gonna be doing. Paint that, then get it back to me. Then I can work on getting the wheels, tires, suspension, braking, and front splitter and rear wing set up. All right. So that's gonna be the last little episode I have. The rear wing I'm looking for, it's gonna come up from the bumper. I'm gonna have a bash bar made, a tubular bash bar, and then from there it's gonna come up and it's gonna be the wing, the GT350 wing I have back there. GT300, I'm sorry. It's gonna be, that wing is gonna be mounted with these custom wing mounts I'll make, and in there we'll have the mounts, I guess you'd call them, will be a little slot about this big that's actually gonna be able to hold this petty bar in place when I'm not using it. So when I'm running a passenger, I'll be able to take this off, move it over. I'll show you. So I'll be able to have it, and the petty bar will be mounted like this, and the wing's just as big as the petty bar, so it won't be wider. You know, this is not wider than the car. It's just about the same width, and the wing is a little bit wider than the car, so I don't have to worry about this hitting anything. The wing will hit first. If I do, I'll just be more cautious. But so that's gonna be mounted, like I said, like that, and then above that will be the wing. So when I do run a passenger, I can take that off and I can put that in there. What I'll do is I'll slide it in, and then I'll probably have a little like twist knob to tighten it. So slide in this way, little twist knob, tighten it, secure it, and that'll be cool. I haven't seen anyone do that before, so that'll be one way of securing that petty bar. So like, if I do want to take someone on the Dragon with me, I can take that out. Instead of leaving it somewhere at the fucking Dragon, I can put it on the back of my car and it'll be fine. And then yeah, so can't wait to see you guys. Next episode, next week, I'll be finishing mounting the seats, and hopefully, possibly have a steering wheel too. So I'll show you how to correctly mount the seats, how to get the right tilt and everything, and then also how to mount the, or how to put on your new steering wheel. So stay tuned to the next episode. Thank you.